Everyone knows the Hampshire Review is the local newspaper serving Hampshire County since 1829. But did you know the Hampshire Review can also create websites? That's right, put our staff to work for you. Do you want a unique and attractive website? The Hampshire Review is ready to create and manage a new website for you. For personalized service that will be sure to give your website a great look, it's the Hampshire Review.
In April of 2003, I went out to recess and I came back in and I noticed there was something wrong with my vision. I couldn't quite see the chalkboard like I did before. My name is Reid, I'm now 17 and I lost my sight 2 years ago. I've been going to the doctors and getting exams and to find out that I had Stickler syndrome and detached retinas. 2 years ago they tried to fix one of my retinas that had detached and it had broken in a couple of different places and they weren't able to fix it. I've found when facing challenges in life that I usually just try to think of a more positive way to look at it. Talk to my family and friends about the situation and try not to worry about it too much and let it bother me.
Now that you're here at the West Virginia School for the Blind, what year of school are you in?
A junior.
What was it like when you first arrived?
It was a little different. One fact is being away from home for like the whole week. And the other thing is I didn't know very many people.
Did it take a long time to learn your way around the campus?
When I first came here, I still had some usable sites and that helped me know where I was going. But Ms. McBride helps me learn how to travel in different environmental areas. Ms. McBride is my mobility instructor, and it helps in a big way because when I first came here, I had her just working around on campus. Then eventually we moved out into town and started working out there.
My name is Jamie McBride. I'm the Orientation Mobility Specialist at the West Virginia Schools for the Deaf and Blind. I was raised in Slanesville, West Virginia, and I currently live in Augusta, West Virginia. I have a daughter, Rachel McBride, who attends Romney Middle School. The field of orientation and mobility actually began during World War II. We've had these blind veterans that became blinded after the war, and this overpopulation of veterans came back and were not able to see. The need to help them become independent and mobilize was addressed. That's where the technique and the training, and if you look at a lot of the techniques and trainings that we do, they're very military style in some ways. The two-point touch has a very specific kind of marching. You have to be in step with your canes.
Ms. McBride has really shown me how to use my different cane techniques properly, when to use them, and what to do in certain situations.
He had had trouble with his other cane, and as we went through about 10 cane tips. There are a variety of cane tips, and there are 5 or 6 types of canes made out of all different types of material. He went finally to an aluminum cane because he was having trouble distinguishing, am I on gravel, am I on pavement, am I on concrete?
I use an aluminum cane with a pencil tip, which is a narrow, short tip that is pretty easy to tell different surfaces.
As part of orientation mobility instruction, part of that is public transportation. We'll start out with the Potomac Valley Transit Authority, and we do trips to Cumberland, Maryland, and then we progress to using the Potomac Valley Transit Authority, and we do bus trips to downtown Winchester.
Well, I've traveled to Cumberland, Maryland, Winchester, and Washington, D.C., and the difference between each of those places are Romney is much smaller town, so sidewalk features and just different things like that are probably different compared to like a big city where there's more people and the sidewalks are usually much wider.
Reid, does have certain obstacles still that he interfaces with that he's overcome. You know, he does have mild hearing loss when we're traveling downtown. For example, if he's at an intersection and he's trying to listen to traffic in maybe a perpendicular lane and he has a masking sound source of a loud tractor and trailer in his parallel lane or something like that, blocking the sound source. Or even a masking sound sometimes can be a parked car sitting in front of him, masking the sound of a car he needs to be hearing.
With different obstacles, like the tree branches, if there are low-hanging tree branches, we put our arm above our head in front of our face to push the branches out of our way as we walk past them. And like different cracks in the sidewalk, if your cane hits a crack, you usually slow down your walking pace so you can just walk over instead of tripping over it.
You know, Reid's confidence levels have really, they've just come almost 360 degrees.
Would you say that he involves himself in a lot of things? I know he does track and music.
Yes, he does. And that builds confidence too. You know, Reid's in tapestry. Reid also participates in sports.
When track, I do a couple running events, then I do some jumping events. And the jumping events are my favorite ones. The running event I do is a tandem mile. That's where another person will guide me around the track and run with me. And I do the 75 and 50-yard dash too.
Runners, take your mark. Get set. Go, go, go. Okay, stop.
One of the other things I do is I play music with the school's chorus group. I like to play the bass guitar, and we mainly do cover songs of older bands. A couple of the songs that we played, like at our last show, we played a song, Cold as Ice, a cover by Foreigner. One of the other songs we played was Love Will Keep Us Alive by the Eagles. Usually always a good reason why something has happened, and that some people may have a worse situation than I do, so I should feel lucky that I'm not as bad as it really could be.
Reid is the star student who shows, how you can cope with an acquired vision loss and just learn skills and strategies to deal with that and overcome it. And Reid has done so amazingly well. He's learned what it means to be independent, what it means to be a survivor, I think, in the truest sense.